Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your mid-April reading. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. We'll also be looking into the hidden truth as well. Let's jump right in. Thank you for tuning in, for being here with me today, sharing time with me. I appreciate y'all. Okay, let's pull your animal spirit message for the rest of the month. What spirit animal wants to jump out and guide you through the next few weeks? Actually, maybe more than one. Usually it's a few. Let's see what pops out. And then we're going to get into your tarot spread. And we'll be ending the reading off with the Herbal Astrology Oracle, which has been a lot of fun. You can find that deck in my description box if you are curious about getting it for yourself and you're a big fan of astrology and herbs, which are two of my other loves. But I wouldn't claim that I claim that I'm a professional herbalist, but I am not a professional astrologer. So let's see. Whoop. All right. Gemini, forgiveness, elephant. I love elephants. They're so wise. All right. Jaguar, growth, and dragonfly, adaptability. If you're feeling angry about a past issue, Gemini, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable feelings behind that anger. You're being asked to forgive and be gentle with others. Okay? Well, I didn't really know that about elephants. Well, if you're going to have a lot of wisdom, forgiveness comes with a great deal of wisdom, doesn't it? Forgiveness, Gemini. Jaguar, growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but it could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. Okay. Growth, forgiveness. Big energies that you're going to be dealing with in the rest of the month. And adaptability, dragonfly. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life. In order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential, approach things lightly. All right. Approach your life lightly as you go through this period of growth, asking you to be a little bit more open to forgiveness of others, forgiveness of self. All right, let's see. We're going to go with the light seers. All right. Spirit, thank you for presiding over this reading for Gemini. Thank you for your guidance. Okay. Ooh, could be getting some news that is going to uplift your heart space. News around a situation involving love. And it's going to require you to make a decision, a mature decision. Maybe improve communication from a balanced place with an open heart. Sounds like forgiveness to me. Let's see. Could have had an argument. And, this is the time. I've been picking it up on a lot of the readings. We're right smack dab in the middle of a retrograde season being led by, in Aries, the planet of Mars action, which can, be a little bit more volatile post-eclipse. So we're all being a little bit more mindful of our words and having a spirit of openness when it comes to our communications. Gemini. All right. Page of Pentacles. Base energy. Crossed by the Lovers, yes. You're showing me here you making the decision to continue to invest in something because you want to. Getting that. You want to. Page is making a plan. Ace is the opportunity to open up. Page is let's take it one step further and let's start making plans together. The challenge, trust, fear, doubt. We'll take a look at why that's here, because it's indicating there might be something you're uncertain about here, Gemini. in a connection. Recent past, the High Priestess. You were being led and guided towards someone in the spirit of love, investing in love, and something may be coming up around this connection currently that you are addressing together. Ooh, yeah, 5 of Wands. Some sort of conflict, obstacle, setback, delay. And it could be with a communication where you're having some difficulty, perhaps getting your voice heard, feeling validated. It's a big issue coming up for people, is being able to speak clearly without attacking and feeling like someone's actually hearing you. Justice, I love seeing that. Things are going to come back into balance. If you've had some recent strife, some disagreements, things are going to be feeling better. I'm seeing very strong capstone energies between the past and the future. You have the skill set to navigate what you're going through, Gemini. Whatever is spiking, I feel it clearing. Overall general energy, yeah, the Emperor. Taking charge, feeling more empowered to speak up. To speak up. And it's an opportunity to forgive. Perhaps someone for the words they said or the actions they took or didn't take. Ooh, manifestation. Gemini, I feel a very strong, this is a strong period for you. Out of the, let's see, 8 cards here, half of them are major arcana. So you're learning, this is a huge leap in your growth where you're willing to come from an empowered place and accessing your intuition, making decisions around love that are requiring you to be coming from a balanced place. And then utilizing everything that you have in order to manifest into the unknown. We're just going to clear up a little bit of fear. Trust, perhaps. I'm getting trust. Something around trust. Let's clarify these energies and find out why they are here. I'm going to go straight into that Emperor. Ooh, Queen of Wands, King of Swords. Balance, balance, balance. I got this off of Libra, where you're slowing yourself down. Reactivity is a thing right now. And I encourage anyone watching this reading to be careful how you respond to people. This isn't just, how we respond to our primary relationships will indicate how the energy we'll have going out into the world. So if you're experiencing friction at home, you're going to experience friction outside in the world. So this is true balance coming into balance. I love seeing this, Gemini. Especially in how you express yourself, because Queen of Wands is how we express ourselves in our own authentic truth. And King of Swords is showing exercising sound judgment and wisdom as you make the decisions. And it is, there's pure reactivity where we just immediately respond knee-jerk. And then there's calculated reactivity where you actually pause before you experience your reaction. And I think you're trying to hold back and be very mindful of how you are reacting to a certain individual in your life. Why is the Emperor here? Ooh, yeah. 10 of Wands. It's a little bit of a burden you're trying to move past. Ooh, yeah. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords with the Chariot, the Emperor. Something has come to an end in your life, Gemini. I don't know what that is. That might be why forgiveness is needed and you're going through a tremendous process of growth, because you are moving past something that hurt you, that was hard for you to deal with. It could have to do with a boss in your life. This is around an Emperor figure. It's around you in your own empowerment, because when we often go through these fated endings or fateful endings, however you want to look at it, it calls upon us to dig deep into our courageousness, our fearlessness, to know, okay, it's time for me to move on. And that takes a lot of self-empowerment to admit that it's time to let go and to actually move forward with one's life. And you're showing me that. This is definitely as I continue to let go and move forward and forgive, right? Letting go of the hurt, dropping the burden as I move on. The more you do this, the more empowered you will become. You may be looking at an emperor figure who exerted a lot of control over your life and deciding that's not what I want. When I see the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, even without the Death card, this is definitely an ending that you need to accept and to move on from, especially with the Chariot. It's time to move forward. And when you do, it could be anything. It could be the ending of a job. It could, for a lot of you, it is the ending of, you could be in the final throes of a love experience, you know, whether it's short-lived or long-lasting, where you've had enough. Usually, for it to be short-lived, you wouldn't be experiencing tens on the board here, but some connections are very intense, and you go through a lot within a 3 to 6 month period. You are showing me that you're moving on from something, and you could have had your intuition tell you it's time to get out of this in the past. Let's see what the High Priestess is indicating in the recent past. Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Yeah. Oof. Gemini, my heart is going out to you because I feel like you've weathered something very difficult in your life. And it could have to do with the love bond. It could be someone physically, as we saw in the Jaguar here, it doesn't mean literal physical death, but it's the end of a situation. It's the end of a connection, or you lost someone. And I'm sorry if that's the case. If anyone out there, if you've lost someone who was like the head of the family or a male figure, it's and things that weren't said are still lingering, and there's a lot of questions in your mind. I'm getting someone who's recently lost a father figure, and there's this burden of what wasn't said. And Spirit is saying, forgive yourself, release it. You're working through healing from the pain in your heart of this ending and the disappointment. Your intuition's going to be guiding you through this. And oftentimes, too, when we really connect deeply with our spirits, we all have the power. I'm going to go really deep here for a minute. When we lose something, whether it's literal physical death or someone exiting your life because you know that it's not going to nourish your soul anymore directly. You know, it's funny because right before I got into this reading, I was listening to Maya Angelou, and she was expressing, it doesn't matter if they're in China, it doesn't matter if they're across the street. Love is meant to be expressed, and if they want to go, let them go. You can still love, right? The love doesn't go anywhere. You can still love. Love isn't meant to bind. It's meant to free people. And I think you're learning that in this situation. Whatever's ended in your life, Gemini, this is about loving for the sake of love and healing. What I was getting to deeper than that, besides the Maya Angelou information, is if you did lose someone in the physical, right, and they are in the spirit world, your intuition is telling you that as heartbreaking as that loss is in your life, you are still deeply connected. And that's the thing. I have deep connections with some of my passed on loved ones. They're always with us, beside us, within us. They are in a part of us. I was watching this show last night. I don't know if this is a shout out to Yellowstone fans, 1883. And I love Sam Elliott. And he was talking about loss and grief in his life, because you are going through some sort of grief process, Gemini. Whether it's resurfacing from the remembrance of people who have left this earth, or you've recently lost someone in your life, in an emotional connection and things, or you broke up, okay? He said that when we love, we take a part of their soul with us. And whether they're here or not, we're able to, what we see the world through our own eyes, we give back to them. So no matter who has left your life, no matter who is still with you, whether they're physically here or you feel them energetically here, the love is never lost, and we'll always carry the people we care about inside of us. Because we give them a piece of our soul. And when they die, a part of our souls die. But then we get to see what they give us, that part of their soul that resides within us. It remains. And it was so beautifully touching. I was crying. And this is what I mean about the beauty of why we come here, is for the love. And a lot of you have been drawn to this channel. You're deeply loving people. And you're guided by that in your lifetime. And whatever loss that you've encountered, this is what the message that Spirit's trying to bring you, is that you didn't really lose what you thought you lost. You may have lost the ability to create new memories with this person, but you will always have the experiences. And that's something you can hold close inside, okay? I hope that helped. The opportunity here, the Five of Wands, moving through, moving past. Some of you, this is a commitment in your life where there has been a lot of hurt, a lot of drama, a lot of pain, a sense of abandonment, a feeling of disappointment. We're getting some difficult energies here, Gemini. And whatever your circumstances are, when it comes to the challenge of strife in our lives, again, this is coming to a close. You are wrapping up a massive cycle where it seems as though you were holding on to dear life for whatever was foundational in your life and trying to transform it. And as you try to transform whatever needs to change in your life, you change. When we change, our lives change and our outer circumstances change. There's a lot of fear that's come up in, for some of you, a marriage or the very foundation of your life, because something has rocked your world. Whether it's, like I said, a recent loss, a physical loss, or an emotional loss. It feels the same. And you may be holding on to the very foundation of your structure in your life to see you through it. And there's just a lot coming up for you. But you are wrapping up a cycle where you were dealing with some heavier energies. But when we go encounter these cycles, these hardships, they serve our growth the most. They do, whether we'd like to admit it or not. This is also investing in the connections that support you and bring you love, Gemini. Especially if you've been in a place where you might even be feeling a bit up and down. Some days are really amazing, some days are really bad. And those mixed emotions can swirl around. And I think you're trying to stabilize yourself and hold on the best you can as you ride this cycle out and wrap it up. You're at the end of a very long cosmic journey where you had to learn what it was like to move through. Sorry, I'm burning incense and my nose is starting to get overwhelmed. That's the thing. I think that you're trying to stabilize after a period of being emotionally overwhelmed. And your intuition is guiding you through this. And I do hear your intuition saying, it's going to be okay. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And that's the thing why we grieve. We need to grieve the loss of people in our lives. Because it's real and it's valid when people exit. And like I said, whatever has left your life, they're still with you, right? Inside. And you're going to carry that with you. You see clearly something here. There's some clarity coming through the rest of this month. I'm going to keep shuffling till 2 others come out. Okay. 3 others. Okay. Yeah. The challenge is trying to come back into balance after all of this change. You are moving away from the strife, the choppier waters, trying to calm your fears down, doing the hard work to calm your fears. Some of you, this is a love bond where you've gone through a hell of a lot with this person. And I see a lot of you still holding on to this connection in the spirit of growth and forgiveness. Some of you, you're going to overcome these issues. Others of you, you've had enough. It's different for everyone. I can't sit here and say you're going to make it. You have to be led and guided by what feels best for you. The right people will nourish you. Actually, you know what? I'm going to share this because I was reading it. It came up. I have different notes that I have in my little tarot reader book. And when I do private readings, I write down notes with people, and I sit with them. But I wrote this on the back of my journal here some time ago. And it feels pertinent because it feels like you're dealing with a challenging love situation. For those of you who want some guidance around whether you should stay or leave a relationship that has gone through a lot of ups and downs. It seems like one of those extreme, I'm not saying the devil, so I'm not sure if it's gotten to the place of toxicity, but it's gotten to the place where you've had to go through a lot of pain, potential abandonment, disappointment, conflict, hardship, hurt. Let's see. I want you to write this down, and I really want you to sit with this for the rest of the month because I'm trying to help you through a difficult time. Write these questions down, and I want you to sit with them for the rest of the month. Is this in alignment with my values? Okay. Is this in alignment with my values? Next one, number 2. Am I in integrity? Am I in integrity? Next one. Is this growing me or shrinking me? Is this growing me or shrinking me? Number 4. Is this headed in the right... back up. Is this headed in the direction of who I want to be, in the life I want to create, and the legacy I want to have? I'll repeat that one more time. Is this headed in the direction of who I want to be, in the life I want to create, and the legacy I want to have? And then there's a little side note here. It is never too late to get into congruence with your soul. This is what I'm hearing and seeing and thinking. And this is why Spirit brings me information right before I go into reading, and then I have to share it. So if I veer from tarot on the table, it's because all of these I'm a weaver. I weave information and I bring it all together, and I feel deeply that is going to help you. It's going to highly resonate with those of you who are at a crossroads and trying to make a very important decision about a love bond in your life right now. And you came to this seeking guidance. Those questions, really meditate on those, okay? Those answers to those questions are going to be your key forward, because whatever we entertain in our lives, it has to be in a level of beautiful congruence with our soul, which means, does this person make me a better person, or are they adding to my life, or are they subtracting from my life? You're showing me that you desperately want to come back into balance. You're not sure if you can trust this person. You're doing the work to overcome the challenges. But the challenge is, what do you do now as a result of everything that's happened? And this is why forgiveness and adapting and growth were a big part of your journey for the rest of the month. Let's keep going forward. I think that there's some apologies that are going to be made for those of you that had a fallout. I don't see a tower. I just see this is death by 1,000 cuts. Death by 1,000 cuts. Okay. The point of no return. Although some of you may resurrect this and try to work it out. Let's see. I see you coming into balance regardless. Let's see what Justice has to say. Page of Wands. Trying to learn and grow. Be in the present moment. Be playful. Yeah. This is a period of time where you need to work the best you can on healing and coming back into balance and leaning into your core values and beliefs. They are what guide us in our lives. What are your core beliefs? Are you in integrity, Gemini? What do you believe about this commitment? Is it making you feel free, playful? You need to rest and heal. And I think you need to sit with yourself and consider what your core values and beliefs are around what you've been experiencing and whether you want to continue or whether you want to walk away. The hidden truth. What's this that you're manifesting? This is going to tell me everything. Yeah, there is a Tower here. Sudden upheaval, change. Libra had this as well when I read for Libra yesterday. I posted that today. I kind of tried to read the day before. So with the Magician energy and the Tower, sometimes when we can't take anything anymore, we experience massive change and upheaval. So it can be cleared. What doesn't serve us can be cleared. So the hidden truth is you're manifesting. If you experienced the Tower recently, you manifested it to clear and get to the truth. Ooh, yeah, okay. I love seeing this. All right, awesome. Good job, Gemini. You're in a deep period of learning and growing, or you have been with this cycle that's wrapping up. And the hidden truth here is you're manifesting a lot more wish fulfillment, clarity, and beautiful integrity. The Queen of Swords has so much integrity. Just keep getting integrity. You're going to have a lot more clarity moving forward and a lot more satisfaction. But you're going to have to make some difficult decisions. You're manifesting the circumstances. Now listen, if someone's wounded you, eventually everything comes to light, right? Eventually we always see people's true colors. It may take time, but the truth is always revealed. So what is the truth that is being revealed to you, Gemini? You need to make decisions now that lead to your ultimate happiness and satisfaction. Now that you see the truth, you can't unsee the truth. Okay? Let's go into what you don't see coming. All right? And then we're also going to get some important advice from Spirit. And we'll close this off with the Herbal Astrology Oracle. I can't wait to see what happens because I do believe you are definitely at a crossroads here. Trying to do the work to overcome perhaps some trust issues, fears, doubts. Some of you are going to get back on the same page, but you need to emotionally emancipate yourself from this enough to the degree to which you can feel a little bit more independent from it, and stand in your own solitary energy and worry about you, not anybody else, just you, Gemini. All right. What you don't see coming. What is it that you don't see coming? Woo-wee. There you go. You're coming out of a period of illusion, delusion around an emperor. I think that you're going to figure out a lot in the next couple weeks. You're making some important choices. Interesting. Because here in the overall general energy, we have hardship, ending, moving past a potential ending, moving past a wounding event or multiple wounding events, coming to realizations, what needs to change. In the near future, you have the Emperor. I believe this is you stepping into your power, making important decisions to come out of any sort of illusion in your life. So you can be happy again. You do have happiness, but you're going to have to make some important decisions around this Emperor and around your own empowerment. You may have already left this situation or left this person, and this is about your own empowerment after an ending and moving past the pain and the heaviness. Because the Ten of Wands is that heavy feeling of, this is just something I've got to exit from. What is the advice from Spirit for you, Gemini, moving forward? And whatever is shifting out of your life, just know it's for the greater good. And I know it's hard to see that in the midst of powerful change. Yeah. We have the Justice here 3 times. There's some sort of divine justice in the hands of fate guiding you through a situation. Oh, yeah, there it is. It was at the bottom, underneath all of this. The advice, there's the Devil. You've been dealing with some sort of very difficult situation where there's fears, doubts, maybe even feeling chained to a situation, chained to a person. I just got a ringing in my right ear. Yeah, a lot of you felt like no matter how hard you tried, you couldn't quite leave this and sometimes we convince ourselves we can't leave because of external circumstances, whether it's money, children, all the entanglements in our attachments. The hard part, right? See, it's once you make the decision, you're like, this isn't healthy for me, I need to leave. Then it's all what we avoid doing that because of everything that follows, which is untangling. Right? That Florence and the Machine song, untangling the heart lines. So I see you recognizing this is unhealthy for me. I see the truth clearly now, the Hangman. I'm pausing. I'm really looking at this. I'm coming out of the illusion of this. And I need to come back into balance, and I need to invest wisely in my own growth. I see you making a very, very intense shift here, away from whatever isn't serving you and nourishing your soul. Those questions are going to really help you. I'm glad that everything all happens the way it needs to with these readings. And I just let Spirit lead the way. Let's get into your herbal. Just looking at the time. We're doing okay. What are we at here? I'm just checking. Woo! Hi. What is the herbal astrology here for you all? What kind of herbal ally is going to help you move forward out of this difficult period? Spirit, please show me for Gemini. There we go. Calendula. This is a very soft, tender herb. I love working with calendula. It is a herb of the sun, okay? And this is a lot about, purity and healing. Isn't that beautiful? Let's take a look. Number 1, you're at the beginning of a new journey, Gemini. Calendula officinalis. I love this herb. It's one of my favorites. I work with it a lot in my, I make herbal healing salves. Innocence, childlike joy, humility, purity, new beginnings, trusting in life, vitality. Historically, just a little tidbit if you're curious, calendula was known as poor man's saffron, as it was used to add color and flavor to foods in place of the more expensive spice. So this is the guidance. Calendula resembles the sun, a radiant, bright yellow or orange flower, as you can see. It grows easily and spreads its joyful self across gardens, symbolizing the gesture of universal abundance. Solar herbs are those that neutralize poison and air and the recuperation of vital forces. Calendula's gentle and abundant power reminds us of the realms of light. To be allowed entry within those angelic realms requires childlike innocence and humility. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life, Gemini. Calendula represents the pure impulse to create, vitality and creativity needed to stop. Sorry. Let me say this one more time. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life. Calendula represents the pure impulse to create, the vitality and creativity that is needed to step into a new journey. The radiance of calendula is a superconductor. Be very aware and selective with your intentions when using her energy within a ritual, as she greatly amplifies your intentions. You are definitely stepping into a new journey, Gemini. Don't allow the pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life. You will come into balance. Stay true to you, to your core beliefs, your core values. As you go through this healing process, you will find fulfillment. The truth is coming. You are manifesting your way out of this. I am sending you so much love, nurturing. Be gentle with your soul and go in peace. Take care, Gemini.